Friday, everyone. I hope you all are having a great day so far. We're here with your afternoon update. If you all have any questions, of course, feel free to drop them in the chat. I will be monitoring the chat as I bring you all your afternoon update on the first full day of summer. So we're going to put a smile on our face because we have officially kicked off, I think, one of the best seasons of them all. I know most people won't agree because it's going to be extremely hot out there for us. And we're talking another record challenging summer as high temperatures are already increasing for us as we head into next week. And right now we are seeing a temperature of 88 degrees for Temple. But again, put a smile on your face because we're headed into the weekend and closing out what has been so far a great week. I know we dealt with a little bit of rainfall because of that tropical system, but now that is clearing up and you can see how beautiful it is outside as we look over Temple right now. Winds are blowing 12 miles per hour. Again, temperatures are sitting in the upper 80s for us all, and we can expect highs to increase into the low 90s for our Friday. Again, an absolutely beautiful day for all of us to enjoy. Perfect summertime weather right now before we see those temps ramp up, and we're talking highs in the mid to upper 90s and heat index values in the triple digits. So again, in store for some hot days ahead of us, but I'm going to bring you all an update on the tropics because tropical weather could still influence our weather into next week in terms of rain chances, as we're now still tracking two disturbances, and disturbance number 2 is the one we're keeping our eye on because by the middle of next week we could possibly see some rain due to this disturbance right now that is in the Gulf of Mexico, with a 60% chance of development over the next 7 days and a 50% chance over the next 2. So tropical formation is possible for disturbance number 1 as well, as it has a 60% chance over the next 2 and 7 days as well. So still preparing for hurricane season. Again, it officially kicked off on June 1st. It will last through November 30th. So make sure that you continue to get those hurricane preparations in place, thinking about gathering non-perishable food items, water bottles, and again, staying safe because even though we're inland, we could still see rain as well as high winds, and depending on how large the storms are, once they make it into the Gulf of Mexico, that is the determining factor of if they will extend those outer rain bands into portions of central Texas, which could cause us possible flooding, as well as even with hurricanes, we have that possibility for tornadoes. And we already seen that with that tropical storm that moved through Tropical Storm Alberto that has now downgraded, but over southern Texas they did deal with tornado warnings also. And again, we already marked off one name on the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season list, and we're expected an above average season, so expect more names to come. Peak hurricane season is not until September, but we already have one name marked off and 2 disturbances that could potentially become named storms here. And here is the satellite imagery of that disturbance right now that is again not quite in the Gulf of Mexico just yet, expected to make its way by next week, but you can see there still remains right now a disorganized cluster of thunderstorms as it is getting a little bit more organization, and that's why we have that chance for a 60% chance of development over the next 7 days. Again, still preparing for hurricane season because since we are just again not too far from the coastline, especially for College Station area, you all are about 500 miles away from the coast. So again, you all can definitely see that rain, and we have already seen that. Now we're taking a check right now of sea surface temperatures because warm sea surface temperatures could play an effect on how strong storms could be. Once they move into the Gulf of Mexico, they can gain strength from these very warm sea surface temperatures. And we're seeing temps right now in the mid to low 80s for our sea surface temperatures. Again, this is some buoy data that we're looking at right now. And again, warm sea surface temperatures can help strengthen hurricanes once they enter those warmer waters. And we're seeing a lot of warm sea surface temperatures even in the Gulf and across the Atlantic as well. So again, not a great sign right now, again, because because those warm sea surface temperatures could help gain strength to those hurricanes or give those hurricane strengths once they enter those warm waters. But for us today, we're not talking a rainy day, but we still have the chance for some spotted showers and some isolated activity in terms of rain as we head through the rest of our afternoon. More nearing that 12 p.m. hour there, 12:30 p.m. hour, I should say, as we're already in our 12 o'clock hour right now, having that chance for some scattered showers move through into the afternoon. This is about 3:30 that we're looking at right now, and then by later on this evening, the chance for rain should be clearing out. So again, not an extremely rainy day for our Friday, but we do have that small chance for some isolated downpours as we head throughout Friday, and then even by the night, we could see the chance for rain. But rain is not our main concern. The heat is going to be, as we take a check of our SPC outlook there. This is a Storm Prediction Center outlook in terms of temperatures through the month of July and September. And we see a lot of shades of orange, even into red, and that's showing those temperatures that are expected to be above average. And that is the case across much of our area. We can expect our high temperatures to be above the average over the next few months, and these are all into the summer months as well. So again, a very hot summer is expected already, so start preparing for that. Hydrating today, making sure you have plenty of water to drink, again getting your sunscreen ready, light colored clothing so you can stay safe from the heat, as again we are expected to see temperatures above the average. And that's not only for our highs. The high temperatures are expected to be above average, with the average high for this time of year of 93 degrees, but those heat index values are going to rise as well into the triple digits, and that's when we're talking between 105 degrees or greater. Again, it's going to feel extremely hot, and this is just the average for our high temperatures. And over the next 5 days, we can begin to see those temps increase. Again, this average here is indicating the average for these days here, Sunday through Wednesday. So not the average for this time of year, but the average over the next 5 days will be about 95 degrees. And as we head into the weekend, you see those temperatures continue to ramp up. So by Saturday, we're sitting right at the average at 93. And then as we head into Sunday into next week, we're talking mid to upper 90. So again, hot out there, already seeing those above average temperatures kicking into place as we approach next week. And then those feels like temperatures are up to 105 degrees and potentially over. So that's the thing that you need to be preparing for. Those feels like temperatures, once they get over that triple digit mark, again, it's going to feel extremely hot outside regardless of what our current air temperature says, and that's because of the moisture and humidity in the air helping getting us to feel like we're up to that 105 degree mark and potentially over. And again, by midweek next week though, we're talking a high of 97 degrees. That is extremely hot. And again, that is about 4 degrees above the average. So once we get into the middle of next week, that's when we'll see those temperatures rise, and we're talking potentially upper 90s there, very close to 100 degrees, and we're going to be feeling like it. So again, it's important for you all to prepare starting now, hydrating your body and making sure that you have ways to stay cool, checking on your friends, your family, the elderly, as well as pets. Bringing in your plants also. They can't survive out there in that heat that is, again, feeling like we're over 105 degrees and highs in the upper 90s. So make sure you bring your plants in also, making sure you give them some water and some extra care. Here's some more safety tips and things to think about, because heat exhaustion and heat stroke could be possible once we see those temperatures reach over that 105 degree mark. Those feels like temperatures, I should say, reach over 105 degrees. That's when we can begin to feel dizzy and faint and seeing some excess sweating, rapid pulse. Those are all signs of heat exhaustion. And don't leave out muscle cramps, because that is potentially one of the first signs you could see if you're experiencing heat exhaustion. That's when you want to get into a place that's cool. Again, making sure that you're drinking plenty of water and have something like a cold compress or take a cold shower to, cool your body down. That's heat exhaustion. heat stroke is you're not sweating at all. You have a throbbing headache, a rapid pulse, or at some point you may lose consciousness. And if you are around somebody or with somebody and you think they may be experiencing signs of a heat stroke, make sure you call someone to get you all the help that you need. Again, staying safe during this very hot summer that is ahead of us is the most important thing for us all. Again, hydrating properly, wearing those light colored clothing because the sun is going to absorb the darker colored clothing. Like if you will have on a black top, then the sun will be more attracted to you in that sense. But today, still, again, I'm going to push it all summer long to hydrate properly. Make sure that you are staying hydrated. Highs today, though, not exceeding the average temperature for this time of year extremely. We're talking mid to low 90s again today. Again, keeping that small chance of rainfall in the forecast for the afternoon and then clearing up by the evening. And then we're going to get a nice breeze out of the east, not out of the southeast today, out of the east though, and we can see wind speeds between that 5 and 15 mile per hour mark, and then sun will set at about 8:36 tonight. So still plenty of time to enjoy a absolutely beautiful day. Again, a very small chance of rainfall for our Friday, but nothing to put a damper on your day at all. So make sure you get out and enjoy the first full day of the summer season. Get your water balloons ready, your water guns, get in the swimming pool. Again, any activities that you have planned outside, a great day to do so because again, it's not extremely hot, but then by the weekend, that's when we see those mid to upper 90s kick in, and then into next week, that's when we could potentially be bringing in some dangerous heat. So be on the lookout for any heat advisories or any heat advisories or excessive heat warnings that could potentially be in our area by next week, because we're going to see those highs increase along with those heat indices up to 105 degrees and potentially over. So I'm looking at the chat right now. I don't see any questions or comments in the chat. So if you all don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and wish you all a happy Friday. Of course, I'm going to always remind you to join us at 6 News at 5 to get more updates on the weather and see what we can expect in the next weeks to come, and another update on the tropics there. So as of now, I hope you all stay safe and have a fabulous Friday and get ready to enjoy your weekend.